So are you torn whether you want to live in Buckhead or Midtown? Well, I want to tell you about a neighborhood where you can kind of have the best of both worlds. If you're looking for a single family home with a lot of great character and charm, then I want to tell you about Brookwood Hills. This is right in between the two neighborhoods. It's a very small neighborhood. I'm going to walk around, tell you what you might like, what you might not like. So let's get started. Let's talk all about living in Brookwood Hills right now. Hey guys, my name is Molly and welcome back to my channel. If you want to follow along about all things here in the Atlanta area, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay, let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about Brookwood Hills today. One of you reached out and said, hey, can you shoot a video about this neighborhood? I certainly can. It is, I think, the first day of spring today, so I am so happy the sun is shining and the weather is nice. So I'm going to walk around this neighborhood. It is a very small neighborhood, just a handful of streets, but let me put this neighborhood up on a map so you can see where this is at. It is technically a southern Buckhead neighborhood. It is just south of the Peachtree Hills neighborhood, and it's east of the Collier Hills, Ardmore neighborhoods as well. It is located right north of I-85, and in fact where I-85 and I-75 split, they call this the Brookwood split. So if you ever hear a traffic guy on the news talk about the Brookwood split, now you know where it's at. Okay, so getting around town from here, you know, you are minutes away from the heart of Buckhead, also minutes away from Midtown. But if you want to get to the airport, I would say bank on about 25 to 30 minutes to get there. Downtown is probably 15-20 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to keep walking because this is right off of Peachtree Road. So that is maybe one downside of living in this neighborhood, is that you only have an entrance into this neighborhood off of Peachtree Road. And sometimes Peachtree Road can get backed up. Usually it's flowing pretty well, but if there's ever some road construction and they're closing down a lane, that can really back up traffic and it can be quite annoying. In fact, right now there's a sinkhole on Peachtree closer in the Midtown section, but it has backed up traffic. So if you're like commuting every day from Midtown back to Brookwood Hills, man, that wait every day would be really painful. So I'd say that's one downside of living here, but there's tremendous upside of living here as well. So I'm going to walk though over to one of the entrances here into the Brookwood Hills neighborhood, just so you can kind of see what is right there off of Peachtree Road. And it's basically a bunch of restaurants. There's some coffee shops, convenience type things. So I'll give you a quick glimpse of that. Now you're wondering, okay, what kind of homes can I find here? This is mainly a residential area. It's got a lot of single family homes. There's just a few condos that I would say range in the mid 300K price point. They're in a community called Brookwood Place. There's also a couple of townhomes in that community as well. I'd say range in the 600K price point. But for the most part, you're going to find beautiful, unique homes. A lot of them are older, 1920s, but have been well maintained or updated. So I'm going to show you a sneak peek at a lot of the different options that you get here. I mean, there's no cookie cutter homes in this neighborhood for sure. And it reminds me of a lot of other neighborhoods here in Atlanta where you get just a lot of different character. It's just a beautiful neighborhood. But let me get up this hill because I am breathing heavy right now. So if you're wondering what you had to pay to get into this neighborhood, well, the average price point for a single family home in this neighborhood is around $1.5 million. I'd say on the high end, you're looking at $3 million, low end, just over $1 million. So if you got a budget of under $1 million, this is probably not going to be the neighborhood for you unless you're wanting to go the townhome or the condo route. Okay, I'm almost at Peachtree Road. I'm going to walk up this street just so you can see what it looks like coming out of this neighborhood. Okay, so I'm right at the entrance to the Brookwood Hills neighborhood off of Palisades Road and Peachtree Road. So I'm going to walk a little bit of this Peachtree Road so you can see what is right around here. So if you're wanting something to eat, you're going to have to pop up here. There's a few different places. You can go, the Brookwood condo building is right behind me. That's a luxury condo building. And they've got a couple of restaurants at the bottom of this building. Caddy corner from me, there is a Bell Street Burrito, and there's Sufi's, a Persian place. Up this way, there is a new Chick-fil-A that just got built. So hello, if you need Chick-fil-A, that's where you need to go. And it is right next to Piedmont Hospital. So if you work at Piedmont Hospital, Brookwood Hills would be amazing for your commute to work. I mean, literally you could ride your bike or walk. So let me head up this way so you can see what is right here on the outskirts of this neighborhood. One thing I get asked a lot about is like, hey, if I live kind of on Peachtree Road in the southern Buckhead area, what's it like walking over into Midtown? Well, I would just say it's very, very busy. I mean, this road, cars are flying by. So I don't feel like it's the most calmest walk ever, but you certainly can do it. You just expect a lot of traffic. I actually like running along Peachtree Road in the mornings on Saturday, like around 7:30 in the morning. There is not as much traffic. It is very light and I feel much calmer, but I'm just walking a little ways and I'm going to cross over the bridge here. The Oak goes over I-85, so you can kind of see what that looks like. Now remember, I did say there are a few condos and townhomes, particularly at the very southern edge of this neighborhood. It's called a Brookwood Place. It's right behind me. It's a gated community. It's right off of Peachtree Road and a little bit of commercial spaces in front of it. And I will say it runs right along I-85 and the railroad track. So you are going to hear a little bit of that road noise. So, but condos in here are around the mid 300K range, and townhomes are again in like that 600K range. So if you're looking for something that is in the Brookwood Hills neighborhood but a little cheaper, then this is your best bet. Ooh, I will say Peachtree Road is a very busy, noisy area, but man, I am only a block into the neighborhood of Brookwood Hills, and it feels completely much more calm. So if you're a little worried about, you know, living in a neighborhood that's surrounded by a bunch of commercial and roads and things like that, it's really not bad at all. I mean, if you're on the very edge of the neighborhood where it runs again against I-85, you might hear just a touch. Okay, as I am walking to my first home example, a couple other things I should mention, you know, grocery stores, since we were talking about restaurants and things on Peachtree Road. If you want to get to your nearest grocery store, you're going to hit the Publix, just go north a little bit. You'll hit one over there in Peachtree Battle. If you're more of a Kroger fan, then you're going to have to, there's really no direct way to get there. You're going to have to go either to the Ansley Park one or over to the Lindbergh area, and those would be your closest Krogers. Now, Whole Foods, I would say closest one would be off of 14th Street in Midtown. So there you go, there's your grocery stores. And by the way, if you're thinking about schools, public schools, Zone 2 Brookwood Hills is East Rivers, which is just up the road. There's Sutton Middle School and North Atlanta High School. They're ranked well, but as always, go and do your own research to see if they fit your needs. Okay, let me walk to my first home example and we'll kind of tell you of what you can expect in the neighborhood. Okay, I want to tell you about a home that is in the lower price range in this neighborhood. It is right behind me here. This is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,000 square feet. So there's a lot of square footage. It's just a little bit older. It doesn't have like the latest and greatest newest updates. It kind of has older bathrooms. It's got a galley kitchen with granite countertops. It has a beautiful sunroom. And then the backyard looks into this nature preserve area, and there's the Peachtree Creek Trail. And then if you like crossed over that, you would run over into the Sweetwater Brewery. So if you're into beer, if only there was a bridge, then you could just pop over there and get over there really quickly. But very sweet, cute house. It's just not like the newest and greatest finishes, but that is an example of what you'll get here for just over the $1 million mark here in the Brookwood Hills neighborhood. Okay, for my second home example, this one's kind of on the higher end of the price point in this neighborhood. It kind of looks unassuming on the exterior, like it looks kind of like an average size home. But let me tell you, it's 5,000 square feet. It's sold for $2.48 million. It's 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 5,000 square feet, built in the 1920s, but it has It's been wonderfully renovated. It has a beautiful spiral staircase. It just reminds me of classic Southern charm. It's just beautiful inside. It has tons of character, a very beautiful renovated kitchen with marble countertops. It's got a full finished basement and a beautiful backyard with a basketball court and a lovely patio. So this is just one of the many examples of some of this higher end luxury real estate here in the Brookwood Hills neighborhood. All right, I wanted to walk near the edge of this neighborhood, near the railroad tracks, and I will say a train is actually going by right now, and I can hear it. So if you are looking to live here in the Brookwood Hills neighborhood and you're looking at a house that is kind of close to the railroad tracks, yeah, you are definitely going to hear it when it goes by. I'm sure it's something that you get used to in like 2 days after you lived here. But check out this street. It is like super adorable. And if you haven't been able to tell from all of the clips I've been taking of all these homes, they all have their own character and charm, and it is just an adorable neighborhood. I feel like this should be in a TV set or something. Like, it just doesn't seem real. So very lovely neighborhood. And I'm also coming up on a private park that is open to just members here in the neighborhood that you have to belong to, but it is called the Clear Creek Nature Preserve. It is 66 acres of land that will never be disturbed. So it is only open to members. You can kind of see the trail behind me. I'm obviously not going to walk back there because I am not a member, and I will not, I'm a rule follower, so I'm not going to sneak back there to get you a shot. But that is just something open to the members here in this neighborhood. And I'm going to talk about, speaking of membership, there is a beautiful park here with a club membership that you can join. There's different variations of it. So let me walk over there and talk to you about that next. Now, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you hit the like button. And hey, if you're making a move to the Atlanta area and you want more help with your future home purchase, reach out to me. Let's schedule a call and we can talk about your future home search, what that looks like. We can find a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle and your budget. So shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email, whatever you prefer. I don't care. I would love to hear from you, and I love helping you guys make a home here in the Atlanta area. Now, one great thing about this neighborhood, it does have a swim and tennis club. So if you're into that, there is a private community club you can join. It's called the Brookwood Hills Community Club. Now, I will say it is open to residents here, but if there's enough spaces, they will open it up to non-residents. You have to pay an initiation fee, and that can vary from $5,000 up to $9,500. And then there's a monthly or a yearly annual fee ranging from like $835 up to $1,500. Now, they're serious about their club here, y'all. You have to get 2 letters of recommendation. So, you know, just make sure you have some good friends that can put in a good word for you here in this neighborhood. Now, I can't really get good shots off of my camera, but that's where a drone comes into play. I will get some shots of this so you can see what it looks like. And remember, it is not quite summertime, so the pool is covered right now. It's just the beginning of spring. There's a beautiful playground on the other end of this park. So just a beautiful country club, and they do a lot of social events like an Easter egg hunt, 4th of July kind of thing. So this is a great spot, and it's really in the heart of this neighborhood. Now, a couple of things I forgot to mention about this neighborhood. Not every home here is going to have a garage. In fact, a lot of them just have a driveway. Just remember, these are old homes in an old neighborhood. So yeah, there's just not space for a garage. Now, another thing I forgot to mention is the Beltline. If you kind of are paying attention to the Beltline map, you know the Beltline, it's not done yet. And if you don't know what the Beltline is, go check out my a YouTube channel. I have a couple vlog tours on the Beltline, talk all about it. But the Beltline will brush kind of on the northern edge of this neighborhood. It's kind of unclear to me how they're going to build the trail right up here on the northern edge of this neighborhood, but you will be very, very close to that. But if you want to get on the Beltline trail in the meantime, you can just hop over Peachtree Road. I would say probably a mile and a half down the way over in Ardmore Park. You can pop onto the north side trail that is done. It's about a 1 mile section, but then it links onto the Bobby Jones golf course. You can take a lap around that. In fact, let me just walk over there so you can see what that looks like, and then we will wrap it up. All right, I lied. It was just under a mile from the Brookwood Hills Community Club over to the Beltline Trail here. This is the north side Beltline Trail. It is a 1 mile path that is done right now. Now the plan is to have all the trails here on the Beltline Loop done by 2030. But if you're seeking some exercise, just walk over here, hit this trail. You can connect over into the Bobby Jones golf course. There's a 2 mile loop there. So all said and done, if you did a round trip, it would be 3 miles. And yeah, this is very easy access through Ardmore Park. There's a cute playground there, but then you'll hit this other playground. This is the Tanier Creek playground. This is over in the Collier Hills neighborhood. Another cute southern Buckhead neighborhood. That is for another YouTube video. So there you go, guys. That is my tour of the Brookwood Hills neighborhood. I hope you enjoyed it. What do you think? You like it? You don't like it? It is a little expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but beautiful neighborhood and just a very convenient location to Buckhead and the Midtown area. But if you're thinking about making a move to the Atlanta area, whether that is tomorrow or next year, you want to talk more about your future home search and what neighborhood you should live in, reach out to me, shoot me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I love hearing from you. Don't be shy. And we just have a simple conversation. Okay, you guys, if you see me out in the wild, make sure you say hello. I love running into you. But until next time, as always, I'll see you around the neighborhood.